Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday, and welcome to another planetarium show. My name is Jessica. I am the director of the planetarium, and with me tonight are two of our students who will let's say hi and introduce themselves, and we'll start with Brayden.
Hey, I'm Brayden. I'm a music education student here at UMD.
I'm Eli. I'm a physics and astronomy student here at UMD.
So, I'm going to be straight up honest with our lovely, wonderful viewers. Tonight's show was supposed to be exploring early astronomy, one that I was very excited to put together. Unfortunately, life happened, and I was unable to finish it. So we are going to move that to a future date because I definitely want to do that show. And tonight we're just going to kind of chat with you guys, answer your questions, maybe not a full-on like ask an astronomer, but also kind of give you some updates on what's going on, especially with the planetarium because we have our big event coming up soon. I just wanted to still get on and have a show with you guys this week and not just cancel it. So I want to start off, and I haven't asked you guys this yet. Did you see the Hubble news today? No? So, the scientists with Hubble, or ones that they had a press conference today. Hubble has detected the furthest star yet found. It sits 12.9 billion light years away,
Wow.
which puts it at when the universe was about 900 million years old,
Cool.
which is kind of absurd. It's crazy. Um, And I know, like, I had seen some speculation when it was put out that they were going to have a press conference today. There was a lot of, like, speculation over what exactly they were going to be saying. And I think this is a really cool, especially now with James Webb up and working beautifully. We now have a great target for James Webb to look at and tell us more about.
Yeah.
So, and one of the reasons for anyone who's curious why this is so exciting, this kind of shows us the very early stages of star formation. This isn't one of the very first stars. We know that for sure, because we have seen galaxies that are much earlier in the universe than this. This is just the first or the furthest single star that we have been able to identify. When we look at galaxies, we're looking at the light from collections of billions of stars and not a single star. We can't really pinpoint a single star in those. So by being able to study this single star so early on in the history of the universe, it tells us about those first generations of stars. And while it's not the very first, it still gives us a lot of insights into what the universe was like at that time, what stars were like at that time, how they formed, and how that process is different than it is today because the universe has changed since then. One of the biggest things is as generations and generations of stars live and die, they turn what started out as a universe that was mostly hydrogen and helium, and that's it, into hydrogen and helium and some other stuff, like, the stuff that makes us. And those first generations of stars were just hydrogen and helium, which makes their formation and the processes that they went through while they were stars a little bit different than the stars today that have a little bit of that other stuff mixed in. So this just helps us better understand how everything got started and how it's changed. And it's just really exciting to be able to see back that far. And it's like, I quickly read over the press release and stuff, but it seems to be kind of a sheer luck of like perfect circumstances of gravitational lensing just amplified that star just beautifully, perfectly for us to be able to see it. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Hubble is trying to throw down with James Webb and show that it is still relevant. Which, I mean, Hubble's got, what, probably another 10 years left in it, I would say. I think that's what they're estimating. because Hubble looks at slightly different light than James Webb. So it's not like James Webb is just straight up replacing Hubble. It's looking at different types of light than Hubble is. So, yeah, I thought that was really cool. Okay. This is what happens when I go in and try to just like wing a show. When my plans don't pan out and I don't get the planned show finished. Um, so I guess the big thing as far as like planetarium updates, we've been open now for 3 weeks, um, which has been so exciting. I don't know if Eli or Braden, you want to say anything to that, Braden being your first live show since you've been hired, or Eli kind of transitioning back into that.
Yeah, it's pretty refreshing. I don't know. It's cool to actually work in the planetarium.
That's mainly what I was gonna say. It's cool to be in the space. I'm like it's like these are obviously like awesome. I do love doing like these little live streams, but like just like being in the planetarium is a completely different feel, and it's a completely different like vibe, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful. It's fun.
It's also really nice to see that like there's still an interest in the planetarium from our community. Having been closed for 2 years, I was very nervous that people would have just forgotten that we were there. And no, that hasn't been the case. If anything, we've been seeing more people than we averaged when we were open before the pandemic. I mean, we've been selling out our shows. I mean, yes, we're operating at half capacity, but still, even under those circumstances, we are still getting on average more people than we were seeing for these shows before. And it's just really nice to see people are still interested and want to see our shows. Which I guess brings me to our next bit. We do have some changes coming up in our show schedule. Not in the days or times, like we're still going to be doing shows Fridays and Saturdays, same time schedule, but the shows that we're going to be showing are going to change. So if you haven't paying attention to our oh my gosh, to our show schedule, you'll see that we have 3 shows that we've been rotating on Fridays. And that's going to stay the case for a little bit longer. We're going to keep rotating Journey Through the Solar System, Expedition Moons, and Adventure to the Edge of the Solar, or not, Adventure to the Edge of the Universe. We're going to keep rotating those on Fridays. So if you've wanted to see them and schedule didn't allow it or tickets sold out, there's still plenty of chances. We just had next month's tickets go up and live, so they are available now if you want to come see it. And those are our live shows where, well, it's been me lately, actually present the show, and we kind of, even if you've seen one, it might be a little bit different the next time you see it, depending on, what people are interested in and what I want to talk about that night. That's one of the beauty of these live shows is it's not set. It has some fluidity, some flexibility in it. For our Saturdays, for the past few weeks, for our children's show, we've been showing Polaris. And for our general public show in the evening, we've been showing Phantom of the Universe. This weekend is the last weekend for those before we switch those out for some new shows. So if you haven't had a chance to see them yet, go grab your tickets. Like I said, they just went live. We have not sold out for this weekend yet, so this is your chance to see them. And they will be back eventually, but we have some other shows that we're going to rotate in. And I'm actually really excited about the shows that we're rotating in. The children's show that we're rotating in is called Earth, Moon, Sun, and it's basically a coyote who has all of these wild misconceptions about how things work in the universe. And we kind of go on a journey with him to explore how things actually work. And it's just really fun, a great family show, especially for kind of school-aged kids. And then our general public show is the one I'm extremely excited. It is brand new, and we are only going to have it for a couple months because we only have a 3-month show license for this. It's called Mars 1001, and it follows the journey of the first manned mission to Mars. And I figured I could show you guys the trailer for it because I think it's going to be really cool. I don't think you guys have seen it yet either. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to share my screen here with you guys. And we can, oh, that was the star. I forgot I had that picture up. Show you guys the trailer here. Let me try and move you out of the way. Okay, there we go. I don't know if I shared with sound, so tell me if sound's coming through. Sound?
I'm not getting any sound.
Okay, that was me. I messed up the share. Share sound. Okay, there we go. Now let's do it.
When we finally commenced on that bold interplanetary journey, it was the grandest mission of exploration ever undertaken, and the highlight of my career. My only wish is that we could go back to that time and place, and this time I would live a little more in the moment, rather than being so darn busy reporting on it.
From the day that we were born, we were destined to be together in this room today. We are attempting to expand the horizon of humanity.
Houston, go ahead.
And take a profound step in the evolution of the human race. No journey in history was more hazardous or more difficult to accomplish.
Hey, Daisy.
Oh, hi, Robert.
The hydroponics growth looks amazing.
It's great, isn't it? 0.38 G is so much better than 0G. The plants just love it.
Iris 1, you see your turn to entry attitude. You're go for EDL. Guidance recommendation, you're clear to land.
Watch for the dust. Slow down the descent rate. You've got it made.
James, did your mom promise to bring you anything back from Mars?
It would be nice if she could bring me a stone.
That would be very nice. Do you have any worries?
Well, I hope a spaceship is gonna work well with the engine, you know, because it's a long way to Mars, and I hope it would be really nice if she could come home again.
I know, isn't it just like the sweetest and just, yeah, so, yeah.
That's a heavy ending. Jeez. That's like, wow, that's dark.
I would just spoil, it is not dark. But I think it's really cool. Like, it's a full-fledged production showing this journey of the first manned mission, or what it might be like, to Mars. And it's beautifully done. It looks amazing in the planetarium. I watched it full through for the first time last week when I was installing it on our system, and I am beyond excited to have this. So like I said, it is a limited thing. We only have the license for a few months. And so this is what we will be showing in the rest of April and through May. And so that will be our Saturday evening show. So you can come and see it. It's amazing. I'm so excited for it. Yeah, it's great. Now, if you want a chance to see it before it officially launches for our Saturday shows, we are actually premiering it at our Astronomy Day on April 9th. So you can come and get a chance to see it then. And we've got a couple of other shows. So the Earth, Moon, Sun Children's Show, we're also premiering at Astronomy Day, so you can see that before it officially starts its rotation in the Saturday shows. And then we have one other that's coming after Mars 1001 finishes up. The next show we're going to have is called Out There, which is about looking for exoplanets, planets around other stars. And so we'll also be premiering that one at Astronomy Day. So lots of really great stuff we have set up. And in addition to the shows, we've also got, activities, which are going to be really cool. We've got some great kind of take-home activities that you can kind of make things and then take them home with you. We're going to have lots of guests with the Arrowhead Astronomical Society coming out to join us. UMD's biology department is going to be there with little tardigrades. I'm just so excited. And then, of course, if the weather cooperates, we'll have telescopes and stuff as well. So that is Astronomy Day happening on April 9th. What age are the kid shows good for? So for Earth, Moon, Sun, I would say school age. So like, sorry, things are falling off my desk. Sorry, things falling. Elementary and middle school, I would say, for Earth, Moon, Sun. So, yeah. Things are falling and falling apart and breaking, and I'm trying to put them together and stop it, and this is... How long is the... So the show itself is half an hour, but as part of... One second, my desk. As part of a Saturday evening program, the entire program is 1 hour. Because we would do the Mars 1001 movie and then do a star show afterwards. But if you're interested in trying to see it on Astronomy Day, it would just be about half an hour. In fact, if you go to our website, in our special events, you can find the full show schedule for that night. So you can see which shows we're showing where. So you'll have kind of two chances that we're showing Mars 1001 on our Astronomy Day. And it's wonderful. I'm very excited. I should stop messing with this. Just put it away. Yeah. I'm just excited to have some new stuff. But I know you guys haven't had a chance to see it yet. We still need to get you guys to see it. It'll be good. All right. Well, I don't have much else. Just wanted to give a little bit of updates on the planetarium, talk a little bit about Astronomy Day. Yeah. Unless we have any questions, any other questions in the comments. I'm messing with the thing again, trying to fix it. Ha! I got it. Then I think we might wrap it up there. Now, as I said at the beginning, no, this is not what was originally supposed to be scheduled for tonight. We were supposed to be doing our Exploring Early Astronomy. I did not end up getting enough time to finish it today, so we are going to be showing that one at a future date. So if you were excited and interested, don't worry. I'm very excited to do it. I just did not have time to finish it. We have been very busy with opening for our shows and getting Astronomy Day preps and everything underway, so I just didn't quite have enough time to finish that. Any suggestions of where to go outside Duluth to see the Northern Lights? Ooh, yes, and that actually reminds me of the other thing I wanted to bring up, which is we have an enhanced chance of aurora tonight and possibly tomorrow night. Because we had a flare that happened a couple days ago. It's supposed to be hitting, I think, tonight. So if the weather clears up, there is an enhanced chance of aurora and a great, really, you just need to get outside of the city. I know people who have had luck seeing the aurora down at Brighton Beach, although I don't know if it's opened back up yet. Otherwise, you can just drive out of Duluth for 10, 15, 20 minutes and pull over on the side of the road. You just need to get out away from the city. And for anyone who can't go out or kind of wants to see what things might be looking like, don't forget that we have our camera situated up at Chickawauk that we'll be watching all night, and we'll capture that aurora if and when it happens. So you can always check on that, and there's a link to it in the video description. You can check that out to see what the activity is looking like. It'll be a little bit different than what we would have here in Duluth, since it's 3 hours north. But if you see a lot of activity on it, then chances are you'd have a better chance of seeing it here. So it can still be a good way to kind of judge whether it's worth going out and giving it a shot. I don't know if David's still watching. David was watching. He works on the camera with us. Any plans to watch the lunar eclipse on May 15th? Absolutely. I think that one is supposed to be like early morning, if I remember correctly. Let me, Eli, can you Google that real quick?
Yeah.
Usually if we have eclipses or planet transits, anything like that, that happens during decent waking hours, we will always try and have some sort of event, whether it's just having a couple telescopes out to take a look. This one, I believe, was supposed to be happening at like 3 a.m., but I might be wrong. That might be the previous one.
It's May 16th, 4:11 a.m. UTC, so that would be 11 p.m.
Okay.
CST.
So a little late, but if the weather is good, honestly, I might still have a telescope out there, out at the planetarium. So I will put together something official, but most likely, yes, we will have at least telescopes out. I might even stream it. We'll see. I probably should stream it. But yeah, absolutely. All right. You're very welcome. All right. Well, I think we will wrap it up there. Thank you to those who stuck around for this not quite put together stream tonight. Like I said, I still wanted to at least pop on and kind of chat with you guys a little bit, especially with all this exciting stuff coming up, and us having been open for a few weeks. I feel like we're getting back into the groove of doing public shows and our first semi-normal astronomy day in a couple years. Very, very excited for all of it. So again, all information that you would ever want on these public shows, show tickets, astronomy day, all of that, you can find over on our website. We will be back to regularly scheduled streams next week with What's Up April edition, so we can look at the astronomical events happening in April. I will reschedule the Exploring Early Astronomy. I promise we will get to it, because like I said, it's a topic that I absolutely love, which is part of why it's taking me so long to put it together, because I'm having to really pick and choose. And that's difficult. So yeah, it just did not come together fast enough, but it'll happen. Okay. All right. Well, I think we'll end there. Thank you for joining us. We hope that you're as excited as we are for Astronomy Day and all of our new shows. We hope to see you. Like I said, tickets for the next month just went up, so there are lots available if you want to go get them before they get all snatched up. Have a great rest of your evening, a great week, and we hope to see you around. So, bye everyone!